I know you've been working way too hard on that video just to give it up that easy. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is David Brooks, the Cadillac Counselor, coming at you to tell you a little bit what's going on my mind. I'm going to tell you what's going on my mind is YouTube keeps yanking my videos. But I'm going to tell you how to win. Make sure that you comment on the video. You could even like it, but I need you to subscribe. That's what keeps the material moving. So, let's get into this. First of all, I know that you have spent all that time setting up the scenery, figuring out what you are going to do in your video, editing your video, even uploading your video. A lot of people don't know how much time this takes, and I'm going to tell you this, it takes a lot of time. We know that it does bring value to our community when we share the real, and I'm talking about the real. YouTube doesn't like it. So, this video is going to be how to beat an appeal for YouTube for violating the community guidelines. First things first, stand up for yourself. Don't let anybody ever take anything from you that doesn't belong to them. What YouTube has done is they have went in and single-handedly taken away your First Amendment, and I want you to fight back. That's the one thing I've learned in 2020 is that we definitely have to always fight back for what we want. You just posted your videos, just started seeing people viewing, people have liked, people have given you comments, and then all of a sudden you get this dreaded email, or you get someone text you or post on your Facebook or whatever it is to let you know that now the video is no longer up. What do? First thing you do is you lose your mind because you thought about all of the work that you put into it. Whatever email is attached to this account, go and read the email. And I mean read it. Read it all the way through its entirety. Find out exactly what's going on and what guidelines you've broken. Once you've decided what guidelines you've broken, then that's where the magic comes in. First thing they're going to tell you is to go to the community guidelines. It's a lot of information. Thumb through it, figure out where your violation is coming from. If you still haven't figured out your violation, you can go to the Creator Academy and watch some of their videos. Sometimes I've learned some information that I didn't even know about other videos that I might be posting in the future, and just some things to kind of watch out for that they will definitely take it away from you. Because they will definitely take your video away from you at some point if you're really cutting edge. Then go back and watch your content. Look at the whole thing. Make sure that you watch it all the way through. And then look at the guidelines and compare it to your video. That's where the tricky part comes, because you got to find out how to fight back. And you're only going to be able to fight back with your content and what it's meant for. Now, after you've read all of the guidelines and you've watched Creator Academy, now it's time to appeal. And yes, I said now it's time to appeal. If you don't push the button to appeal it, then you will never get it appealed. And you only got 7 days to appeal this. After the 7th day, your video is gone forever. So this is what you do. On the very bottom of your email, go all the way to the very bottom, and it has a little appeal. Make sure that you click that button. Once you click that button, now it's time to write. And you are going to write why you need to appeal. So I'm going to give you a little basis for what I had to appeal on one of my cases, my last one. So my last video was about Gerald Williams whenever he hit the kid on the sidelines. If you notice and you go look it up, all of those videos are taken off. The only videos that are still there are the videos that were done kind of by news reporting, by ABC, Fox, something like that. That's the only ones that are still up. All the rest of them, they're pulling them. Now let me tell you the reason why they're pulling this video. What it shows is a grown man hitting an adolescent, which is totally wrong. I get it. But my video wasn't just all about that particular situation. So I brought in other videos to talk about referees and some of the issues that are plaguing referees in youth sports. I also put a little bit about parents and some of the behavioral issues that come from parents on the fields or in the on the courts. With that alone, that shows that I'm reporting. And then I also added an extra bonus. I put in an education component. Once you put the education component in, now you are totally changing the scope of what that video was about. Now, don't get me wrong, it's very disturbing to see a grown man hit a child, but once you start putting in the educational value and then you recreate the video by adding more content to that video, at that point, your video is no longer just displaying against the guidelines, because now you are creating an educational video. At that point, you are now in the guidelines. So for me, what I appealed is I told them that first, I am a reporter. I might not be that large of a reporter compared to Fox, NBC, or ABC, but I'm definitely reporting for my community in the way that they want to see it and the way that they want to hear it. Now, if somebody doesn't like my content, that's fine. They might report me, that's fine. You take me off YouTube, that's fine. But what's not fine is you going against your own guidelines. And that's what that appeal is about. Make sure that you write all that information down. Don't leave anything out. They give you about, I think, 1,000 spaces. Make sure that you use it all and say exactly what you want to say. Because if you leave anything out, that's your fault. You got one time to appeal. One thing I've learned about appeals is that if you don't ask, you never get. Closed mouths never get fed. And if you are trying to eat off of YouTube, you better appeal everything. I know I am, but this is just a minor aspect of my business. I do behavioral work. I own my own business. I don't really need YouTube. But what I do want is YouTube to act correctly. That's the reason why I say, make it great without hate. Yes, it was created during the election time to calm down all of the animosity in our community. But this here, YouTube, you're going to have to make it great without hate also. You can't hate on us little people for reporting the news. You should get an answer within about a day. They tell you that you're going to get about 7 days to wait, but usually they give you an answer within a day or two. Now, this is the deal. For me, I've won I've won all of my appeals. Number two, if you don't win, you're pretty much stuck at that point. So what you should do is go and look at your content and rework it. Kind of make some things a little different, maybe even take some of your content out. The main thing is you want the heart of your content to get out there. And that's what this is all about. So if you got to change a little bit of your content to get it out to your people, make sure you do it. All right? If you use this content, I promise you, you will win most of every one of your appeals. The secret is to definitely believe in what you're doing. Because if you don't believe, they won't believe. And this is the Cadillac Counselor coming at you, telling you a little piece of my mind. Take it easy. Bye.